3, 2, 1. Danganronpa.
Konnichiwa, my gamers, Jeremiah-Kun here, and welcome back to Danganronpa by the Spell. Today, guys, we're gonna continue where we left off on the 4th class tribe.
Why is that place the octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house?
Look.
If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Yes,
That's basically the gist of it.
Yes, Nagato, my son.
The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Oh god, that's crazy.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon. Learned? The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse. Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
Oh, that's sad. That could be true though.
Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery, and then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime.
It is.
It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
Don't go crazy, son. No. Ultimate weapon? What does that mean? This mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who's the killer who did that? I don't want to find out who did it because I'm gonna tear up if it's a boy. Suspend? Oh, really? I shouldn't tell.
Hiya!
Hello there! I have a new bad word to call out of me. You dumb bunny shit! I won't be pleased by this. The lady said one way. Oh, you're so sorry, slacker. There's no way I'll get her by but Mario is a seriously softy. It's much more than I expected. That's not it. That's not at all. Stupid fat ass and ugly ass. That's perfect strange to attack a portion of these words to be. Ta-da! Softy. However, there's a fat head in there.
Okay, everyone, all together now! Mon ami is a serious stupfatly.
Oh, still fatty. I said it wrong then. My apologies. Okay, class trial, resume. As we open again.
Hello! I hope your day is well.
Oh, thank you, mon
I'm
ami.
trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
Don't you worry.
Just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
I've been doing a lot, you know. So, no worry.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon.
Oh, well, she got...
Let's just press on ahead.
She just went, oh god, I don't care what to say anyways. Don't you think, Hajime? Yeah, pretty much.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
No, I don't want to.
That's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Nekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What
Yeah, I
happened to
know.
the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
I've disappointed too, you know? If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
I wouldn't mind that now. I'm gonna cry again, you know.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder.
That's right, Gundam.
Sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can.
Yeah, let's go, let's go.
You know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
You seem that way.
Akane, you're drooling waterfalls?
Nagato, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building's structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
That should be obvious. No cause of death, huh? For certain, it being sincerely the blunt object. But if being the blunt object, it could be killed as a build structure. So what no cause of death and also the structure? It was being by a blunt object, of course. What? Folly. That makes no sense, though.
I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
No, he will know soon.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method.
Yes, he
Where in
does.
that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
If I was dead from falling, where did the killer solve Nekomaru from? If I got the right attribute, I need to solve the mystery next. Okay, here we go. What is the next thing to deal with? Oh no. Broken doorknob. That's probably the answer. Broken doorknob.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
We didn't know
It's
that.
impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this?
What is Chikaki?
After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator,
I think Chikaki's
they
done.
moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor.
That's
and made
possible,
use of the drop.
Chikaki. That's possible, Chikaki,
Hold
but
on!
no.
Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
Let's see about Gundam.
They moved it from the 4th floor to the 1st.
As long as there's a...
Yeah,
No, that's wrong!
it was the button actually, because I thought it was the doorknob.
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
No.
His sleep mode?
When
Yes.
Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Oh boy.
Pest,
Now you're calling me a pest?
I wanted to clear the top drop inside of it while Nekomaru is still in it. Chikari seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? Okay, it's something to do with the wires and... What else? Let me see. Yeah, wires! It was the wires, of course, so it has to be wires! I can't be one! It can't be one! I can't go to the fire pipe!
if you arrange it a certain way, can cause the drop within the elevator.
Cause the drop.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
Keep talking, my
The
girl.
hammer is suspicious.
Yeah, we know that.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
No.
What about the oil on the floor?
No.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Yes, it does.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Pest.
You see that shit again?
Don't be so cold.
I feel bad.
What if I start to enjoy it?
I like how he is though. Okay, I think it's something to do with what Fukushima said.
The floor. The doorknob on the floor.
It does.
I agree with that.
I was right about the wild thing. It was the wild with what Katsuishi, Fukushima
Did
said.
the doorknob have scrape marks on it?
Yes, it does.
That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Yes.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
Yes.
That wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob,
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode.
Yes.
Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower.
Oh.
And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
Oh my God.
Right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence!
No, don't say it. He's probably sleeping.
the killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy. What if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
That makes no sense. Okay, go against my bud. It was the wires. I'm gonna take wires
Even
again.
if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to... There's no way they could do that!
Yes, they can. I think
Doesn't
so.
mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
What?
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Look on! Come on!
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode.
Yes, what up?
Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right?
Yeah.
Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
Yeah, he probably did.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
Yep.
Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The kids didn't expect the donut to come off. The reason that it happened was because okay, I should use my full power. Oh, with the 5-4, Nick will pull her up onto this gun door with his bare hands, but it's kind of not yet. Here it comes. You're gonna shoot up to 1 million horsepower. Go! Wait, isn't it creaking? If you break off the dome, we're stuck in here. If that was what it was, then that's the clue Neko left for us to find.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
Yeah, sure. So aren't we boyfriend? What, you said boyfriend to me? No, I said nothing.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Aww.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy. He gets off on this.
So thanks to that
It's not his fault though, it's so funny.
Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
It doesn't make him crash straight into the floor. The moment he fell on the floor, the only thing I can think that happened to him was coal came out of his eyes. The wires, he collided with the... No, I think it's the brown one. He collided with the pillars.
I see! When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
You
Well,
sure?
the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
Why am I calling you that, man? You look like one.
What did you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Of course.
Nah, that's impossible.
Impossible?
Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
Because you did it inside, of course.
That's what I want to know!
I mean, I don't understand. Seriously, it's just like one after another. But I can't cook out time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a clue bringing you the contradiction. Okay, what will we do again? Hey boss. It has to be the radio clock. It has to be the radio clock because it has to be it.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
Yeah, it could
But
be.
the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
No.
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering.
You think?
They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
No.
Gotta be it!
Okay, maybe then there will be... I forgot who said who.
They probably messed with the...
Mess with the clock. It was the radio.
What's wrong?
Clock. So, was it?
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No. I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
Aw, look at
Misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
it! What? This time related condition, I don't think I should double the 10 necessarily. I should double the clock. There was no mistake that something was done, but was it? Perhaps we overlooked something. Maybe we'll miss something. Which clock was messed with, and how was it messed with, and what did we realize it? Then if I focus on things, I should be able to find the answer to that mystery. We're gonna keep it gamble, are we? I mean, watch to drive. I'll take it back. Oh, boy. Here we go, drive. Whee! Oh my god! What's up with that? No, I hate that part of the road. Give me a question, please. Whee! 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 Woohoo! Oh, let's speed this shit up. Okay, first question. Question 1. What did Hatchery and the others misunderstood? Okay, is the no? I was trying to go for the blue one. I was literally going for the blue. The other one's right, and that's pretty weird. Okay, it was the blue one. I was right. Okay, blue was correct, so we all good. Okay, question 2. Which clock was tampered with? Okay, it was probably Nekomaru's radio clock. Pretty much. No. It should have been obvious that it was the building's clock, because how is it not the yellow one, first of all? Whee! That's correct. Oh! Oh my god, really? Oh god. He jumped! Oh god. Okay, next question. Okay. Which house has the one time? Okay, I think it's the grape house. I'm gonna say grape house. Please. That is both, and I take it back. How's it both though exactly? I don't get it. Now we are done. Goodness gracious. Wait, it wasn't a big deal, so. I think it's hard. Kind of.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks had been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So
I showed up about that.
All the clocks inside the building. There's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
She's right. That's the main problem. How much was the time off the killer mess with the clocks? If that's something that could use to send information time, that should be the clue. Alright, I need to find that. I'm going to back to choose one on. Okay, it should be obvious that the alarm thing that wasn't mentioned about. I think it's the clock alarm timer. That has to be it though, because that has to be it.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
You think?
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
You think? No.
What time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
Yes,
If
Chikaki.
only I heard the sound when he fell. It would have been a great clue.
It would have, but it can't be it.
Or his scream.
Ah, that'd be hilarious.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
No.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that.
Okay, I need to think about this,
does
guys.
not exist in this world.
Yes, it does, but I need to think about this, guys. I have no clue right now.
If only I heard this.
It was a crimes account. Yes, Sonia, I agree with you, woman. I agree with Miss Sonia.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Yes.
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh? You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
Yep.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, probably.
You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
Yay! She helped us! If only someone thought it was 5 a.m., I'd like to answer how much the world flew right in front of me. Huh? Wait. See, it was probably 3 hours! Actually, 2 hours. I miscalculated.
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Lure out? Only Nekomaru?
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Besides messing with the time, the killer also uses a suspicious thing. If they're trying to lure that the thing is, everyone would know what time it actually was. If so, the thing the killer used was... Oh my god, it was the messaging time? What it was? Monokuma's Tai Chi?
I see!
Okay, there you go. He's like, ha, see, cool!
That's it! The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right?
Yeah?
But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru.
No.
His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
When I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
Yeah, look.
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
at that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early! He didn't even ask you yet!
No, he didn't. Jeez, how outrageous! I wasn't even able to ditch Marco's Tai Chi, but they're up like this after all, so I guess this can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez! That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot, or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad!
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it! It's incorrect!
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
It does. Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
What?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Who could it be?
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
But it doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? Okay. I think it's Nagato! Was it you, Nagato, my son?
You're the only one!
Yeah, it was him, it was him!
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there.
I was saying he killed him! No, I don't want to believe it was him.
It's me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
That's true. Look at that, guys, look at that.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Where was he, though?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
Oh, like
If I
WWE?
may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the
Was he in the
Not
death
only
room?
did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
He couldn't?
You're definitely fucking lying.
No, he can't.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
Oh, Chikaki? Huh?
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but
Oh, of course.
it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
The person who didn't hear the rumble noise was Naruto, Sonic, and Chikaki. Curious, what do these three have in common? Could it have something to do with the guest room they were staying in? In that case, the only thing together will have in common. No! I hate the human gathering! Deluxe rooms.
Got it!
Because it's probably too much far away from them, obviously.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
Soundproof! This is about this quality grade! This one is soundproof and has access to the air institution. This is about so institution, but it's still pretty decent. And the clean room has some elaborate job problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime.
You're welcome, son.
Using your ultimate reserve course student talent?
That's not his ultimate though, that doesn't sound right.
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec! Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
I don't know, I feel like I understand what nice means. If I think about the future of the guest room, that person acting are pretty strange because that person might be the killer. Is that what it means? Then... who could it be? Gundam?
You're the only one!
No!
Gundam, there's something I want to ask you.
Oh no, it can't be
When the
him.
alarm rang at the Strawberry House lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Sounds like a poem right there.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
There's only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko. Me? After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Nekomaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with a wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
Once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room. Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Hey, what are you doing? That wicker is loud in the springwood of the natural beyond for the sacrifice. How come the others not so silent?
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this. Including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction, how many ears do we possess?
2 each.
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
Bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The
Oh no!
shall now commence.
Oh god, no, he's going.
At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm.
Like, I have to take a shit. It's gonna be a second.
That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a second.
I wanna
No,
do...
Hajime. This class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Yeah, we know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Ah! You said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
Let's see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, he wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
And that's one. There's nothing always one. That's when our concept is born. There's no such thing as a concept that can't be overcome. Are we gonna do the... No, not yet. No. Broken doorknob. I'm already depressed now because of Gundam to Naka. Damn it!
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
Yeah, we know that.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
There was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Don't die, Gundam. Okay, we take the information. Thank you very much, Akane.
The only means of travel between...
Yeah, there we go.
That's wrong!
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist!
Yes, it does.
Why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Are we gonna ask... I don't know about... No, I don't know about Gundam. Let me think about this. Oh yeah, Nagato, because he came out so awkwardly.
You're the only one! Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Yeah! Nagato, why heal? Because I shown up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House.
That's what I saw earlier. Yeah,
After
that.
I opened the door and went down. Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Yep.
Meaning the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Yes, it was.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Gondo?
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead?
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
Did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
You're not Hawk. Gundam. Oh, I love this guy. I don't want to go against him. He has to go with the broken doorknob, I guess.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes. Provided you use a spacious world. However, how frail I say!
Jeez, what a mix up!
Illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
His automatic instruction, just listen to it makes me tired. It does. I need to skill the cut back against this world so he doesn't attack me.
Even if the turbid...
Oh, okay, here you go. Ah, Gundam, let me speak! Oh,
They
Gundam,
already
help me.
proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't
Yeah.
you cur!
Hey, don't call me that.
If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Oh, jeez.
If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom...
Okay, I was gonna just slow down, but I guess not.
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body.
We'll find out later. Alright guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Now, sorry about if you enjoyed this video. If you're new to this channel today, for me content right here. Also, if you have questions, leave comments below. Of course, you enjoy. I of course see you in the next one.